It's your favorite little keto goofball Diamond, but this is not a keto video. This is a resale video where I am trying to start my own business technically. Well, me and my husband are. He's getting on my nerves. He wants to watch TikTok and I won't let him so I can film because YouTube will demonetize me if there's music playing in the background. So anyway, let's get into this video. Check all this out. Here we go. Alright, you guys, it's 9:30 in the morning. We've made 12 whole bucks and spent 7 on the space. I mean, I did get a couple pretty paperweights, you know, but so I got some goodies at the flea market today. As many of you know, I take my quarters around, whatever quarters I have in my little pouch, and if I can afford to buy it with my quarters, I'll do it. So I got 3 glasses, which I'm happy about, and 2 other little things that I'm happy about. And again, I use my quarters on these. So I kind of wanted to explain something to people who think profit is profit. Sounds good, but in reality, not so much. So take this little clear glass dog. Very pretty. His base is completely clear. I bet he glows green. Honestly do. He's got a little bit of a tinge to him. But anyway, he's got some pretty good quality. Nice little dog. But I looked on eBay. People are asking between $16 and $19 for it with no recent solds, which means their price point is probably a little too high for the most people who would buy this. So I think I would post it for about 12 bucks. And since I paid $2 in quarters for him, that sounds pretty reasonable, right? That sounds like, ooh, that's $12 and you pay 2, so it's $10 profit. But 13.25% goes to eBay. That's their fee. And of $12, that's about $1.60. Then the little greedy people up in the special places, they're going to want tax on him, so, or tax on what I make. So that's what, another $1.50. So that takes it down to being what, about $9. And then that sounds good. 2 to 9. Packaging, gotta have them in a little box. That's at least about $1. And then you got a little bubble wrap. Gotta have a little bubble wrap to keep him from flipping all over the box and getting all boo-booed. That's about another $1 or so. And that sounds pretty good. You're gonna get about $7. You paid 2, so you take that off, and you're gonna get 5. Wait, and then there's gas to take him to the shipping place. Well, crap. And that's why we're poor. It sounds good. It sounds great. But in reality, you're not really making much at all. Now, if you've got 5 or 6 things that you can take in one day and make it one trip, awesome. But I didn't look him up. And I probably should have, but I was at the flea market and it was $2. So, I mean, worst case, I've got a new little glass dog that's pretty good quality. And will probably glow under a black light. It's kind of a neat looking little fella. Check him out. I've looked this up. All of them say that he's unbranded. I can't figure out who makes him, but clearly somebody makes him because there's a few online. So somebody didn't just up in one day decide to make a little clear glass dog with long droopy ears and a long nose. Somebody makes him. And like I said, looks like a quality piece, which means probably a pretty good glass maker made this. But who did it? But honestly, even if it's Fenton at this size and this style, probably only worth about the 12 bucks I'm going to try to charge. But again, hopefully I can sell more than just one thing in that day and ship multiple things off. This next thing, I was happy with it. And then I realized I think there's a base missing because it's supposed to set up like this. It is art glass with a pretty ship in it, a clipper ship on the ocean. But when you try to set him up, he doesn't want to. So I'm assuming there's a stand somewhere that I do not own. And now that I see this, I've got a fish with a wider base. It does stand up on his own, but I'm thinking maybe the fish is supposed to have a base too. Now I've got to look him up. I haven't looked him up to see what he's worth at all. But this was a piece I just... Bless you, sir. Just kind of bought because I liked. The next ones I'm kind of excited about. It's not a lot of money, but it's because I fell in love with it. I wanted one of them, and he let me do all 3 for $6 when he did want $3 a piece for them. So technically I got $3 off, kind of, but you know. Anyway, I saw this and I'm like, I must have it for me personally. But he had more and I couldn't leave them. And he's like, I'll do 2 for $5. I was like, but I can't leave the other little guy. And he's like, well, what you got? I was like, I got $6 in quarters. He's like, all right, fine. But anyway, Care Bear glass, the Sunshine Bear. This is the one I wanted because when I saw it, it made me happy, it made me smile. And they are vintage. They are from Pizza Hut. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I love this little glass. I really do. He had 2 more. Another Sunshine Bear, and which I don't remember which one this is. Is this? Okay, yes, this. Wait, Funshine Bear. Funshine Bear? I thought he was just called Sunshine Bear all my life. Anyway, Tender Heart Bear. He also had this one. So I was like, okay, I want all 3. I got all 3 for $6. Turns out 2 of these are selling for about $15. Since I'm keeping one, should be able to get about $15 out of that. Then I paid about $4 for these. Of course, YouTube, eBay is going to take a fee. Then the government's going to take a fee. Fudge. I might get about $7 or $8 profit out of them, maybe. that's the irritating part. But these are great and they are vintage. By the way, guys, if you buy a glass like this with a design, even if they say dishwasher safe, which I believe these do not, they might, I don't know, it's got some small writing on there, but even if they say dishwasher safe, it still will wear out your design. It is best to wash these, hand wash gently, don't scrub, that will come off. Eventually it will wear all the way off. So, and don't soak them either. Soaking stuff like this will cause the decals to eventually fade, wear, and just flake off. So hand wash, set them out to dry. That's it. But that's with anything with a design on it that's a clear design that you can definitely feel. The hand painted stuff that's been glazed over, you're pretty much okay. But stuff like this, if you want it to last a long time, gentle hand wash, dry immediately, and just set it to the side. But anyway, I wanted to show you all this. Oh, there's some more stuff. I'm kind of sort of excited about these. I haven't looked them up yet. One thing of these over here I did look up, and these actually came thrift very cheaply. These 2 I'm not super excited about, although I do love them. But a lot of people I don't think will be super excited about them because they're made of resin. But they're elephants. Check that out. That's one side. Turn it over. There's another side. Their trunks, their tusk, everything's in good shape. They do hold a votive candle. There is a pair. They're lightweight. Again, they're resin. But they're really cool. I love those. Again, sometimes if I'm going to buy something that I'm not positive will sell, it's got to be something I like. And I've got this little red elephant that these can sit down beside. And I'll put 2 little red votive candles in it beside of them, even though I don't have really much red decor, but they would look good like that. So if you guys are interested, I'm going to pop these on eBay. What they'll go for, I ain't got no clue because, again, I haven't looked these up yet. And these 2 I did look up, although the people that had them listed, they had them listed wrong, because I know they're not close enough. So these, pretty sure these are just ceramic with pretty paint on them. They are vintage. They are beautiful. There is a pair, but they're not close enough at all. Or at least I don't think they are. I mean, they do have gold paint on them. I guess you, maybe? I don't think so. What do you think? If you know what cloisonne is. Cloisonne. French words. Don't ask, okay? Don't ask. I'm doing the best I can here with these words. Some of these words are relatively new to me, okay? I've never heard of that crap before in my life until a couple weeks ago when I found a necklace made out of it, which is really awesome. Although it kind of, see, that's what it, I don't know. I don't think they are. But anyway, that's how they're listed. And they're, people are asking $65 for them. I haven't looked at the sold comps yet. Sold is what matters. You can ask a million. That don't mean you gonna get $1 million. That don't mean they're worth $1 million. And the next time people check and be like, well, somebody's got them on there for $1 million. That doesn't mean anybody's gonna pay that. You can put them on there for $15. Doesn't mean anybody's gonna pay that. And then again, you could put them on there for $45 and somebody snatch them right up because they think, wow, that's the cheapest ones I've ever found. So, you know, it's just, eBay is a weird place. In fact, let me show you just how weird. So I want to show you guys something. Now, a fella took this out of our dollar box at the flea market. And this was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Said that, you know, we really should be more careful. I looked this up. It's worth a lot of money. I thought he was being silly. So I came over to eBay. These are sold comps. $1,350. $1,000 for this. Now, unfortunately, see, this was April 9th, April 25th. Let me show you something. July 4th, $6. So apparently people found out that they were selling for a lot and just kind of overran eBay with them, and now they're just not selling for that much. Even like Grimace was going for almost $9,000, or the 4-eyed Grimace. I don't even get it. They're not even old. They're from 2002. I mean 2022. I don't understand it, folks, but there you have it. So that's how quickly things can change on eBay. Just a couple months ago, sucker's worth $1,200. Now they sell them for as low as $4.99. All right, hold on now. This is today, $800, July 4th. This is just an unopened one. You know, I don't know why. I don't know the difference. I'm putting this sucker on there for $500. I expect absolutely nobody to buy it. But what amount? $6 if it don't work. Look, same thing 2 days ago. Just an unopened one. $24.99. eBay makes like no sense whatsoever. I help. So why would you pay $800 when the exact same thing is listed for $14.95 buy it now? I don't get it. All right, so I posted the flea market buddy for $500. Minimum offer $8 because the minimum sale is $7.90, or I'm sorry, the median sold is $7.90. $7.90. Don't none of y'all go buying this. I'm just kind of seeing. I'm curious, okay? I'm curious. That's all there is to it. I just can't believe. I don't understand it, y'all. I don't. I forgot to record these before I packaged them up. They're all packaged up. I'm lazy. I'm not opening them. But they are beautiful light blue Fostoria, Virginia glasses, 2 stemmed water wine goblets. They sold for $21.99. I think there might have been a discount, but I don't remember. Anyway, these sold to, the other day. Like I said, I've got them packaged up, and I just kind of forgot to show them to you. And one of you wonderful people bought this. The Sarah Covington brooch, the large flower or Aurora Borealis rhinestones. That is absolutely gorgeous. I think the primary color is more red, but in the photos it's hard to really show it like that. I think Christy's the one that bought this. I'm not sure, everybody's name is different from one platform to the next, but ain't it pretty? And I'm glad to see it go to a home that's going to love it as much as the original lady who had it, because this thing looks brand new to be over 40 years old. By the way, y'all, if you're interested in certain things like vintage jewelry or other things or different makers, let me know and I'll keep an eye out for it, which doesn't obligate you to buy anything. I just want you to know that. But if you like it, maybe there's a good chance that other people will like it, and it helps me know what to keep an eye out for, like little elephant things, which I got a couple of really cute ones earlier. In the land of confusing eBay, I just posted this little Matchbox car for $15 a couple hours ago. It's already got 2 views and 1 watcher. it's a Matchbox car. I mean, it's a Hot Wheels car, sorry. But it's, okay, so we sell these for $2 for $1 at the flea market. And certain men will go through them and go through them and go through them and go through them just for the longest time. They'll pick out 2 or 3. You know, I don't really think much about it, but then come to find out some of them are actually worth quite a bit of money. So I started kind of scanning them just to see if we had anything worth any money. This one sells decently, you know, anywhere from $1 to $30 eBay. I still can't understand it, but anyway, I posted it on here for $15. It's a Matchbox car, y'all. A Hot Wheels car, sorry. They're the same thing in my brain. So yeah, if your man likes Matchbox cars, let him know. Or Hot Wheels cars and whatever. I'm posting these, some of these on here. We've got some toys, we've got rooster trivets, we got a little bit of everything on here. And I say we as in me, because we kind of make the business together, but I do all the eBay stuff. Well, y'all, I posted this little car a few hours ago for $15 and got an offer for $13 and accepted. That is so wild. I mean, I know some people really like them and they can be valuable, but I didn't really think about it too much. We were going to throw this in a 2 for $1 box at the flea market. Wow. Update, these 2 just sold. Somebody's about to get 36 hours of Looney Tunes classics for $33. And this pink decanter, it's selenium that glows pink under a black light. And I hope they enjoy it. Well, let me show you also. Okay, by the way, you might see quite a few Matchbox cars going on, not Matchbox, but Hot Wheels, Matchbox, whatever, going on my eBay page, because I got a lot of them and some of them are worth money. In fact, that one little car, I mean, seriously, $13 within an hour, probably paid $0.25 for it in a bag. You know, and I knew that some of them were kind of worth money, but I thought most of the men that were digging through our Hot Wheels box when we were selling them 2 for $1 were just people who liked them and collected them. No, they were looking for money, and we were basically giving it away. So now I'm checking those cars. Now, I'm not putting them all on eBay, even if they're worth $4 or $5. Again, once eBay gets their fee, you put it in, well, you can put those in an envelope. That is an easy thing to send off, but you can put that in an envelope. You can charge less shipping for it too, so that's even cooler. But if it's only $4 or $5, unless you've got a ton of them and that's what you specialize in, you're not going to make very much off of it, and it's not going to be a whole lot worth your time. Plus, it takes a long time. It's so tedious to upload stuff like that, especially if you're not excited about it. If it's something you're excited about, you'll upload it like that. But if it's a tedious job, something you don't care as much about, it's kind of cool. You want to make money, but also you got 200 of them and you don't know what's what, and you got to look every single one of them up, and they all got names on the bottom in itty bitty writing, and you have to use a magnifying glass or your camera just to see what the heck it says. And Lord have mercy, y'all, never use a magnifying glass on a chrome surface under a light. That hurts your eyeballs. Sincerely. Most of them have little black bottoms, but some of them have chromed out bottoms with writing on them. Twice yesterday, I about blinded myself and gave myself a headache trying to look at the bottom of Hot Wheel cars. I was like, you know what? I don't even need it that bad. I just, that one can go in the dollar box. I can't see. I was also blinded today in the heat when all my sunscreen ran into my eyeballs. But, sorry, I'm rubbing my eyes, they itch now. I also have a headache. But, you're going to see quite a few Hot Wheels cars go up, and quite a bit of coffee mugs go up this month, because when I first started all of this, I thought coffee mugs would sell really well at the flea market. So I got a bunch of them. Guess what does not sell very well at the flea market? Anything glass. Unless it's like Fenton or something and you're charging way too low for it. So I've got a ton of them. Some of them are worth money on eBay, do sell well on eBay. I just haven't gotten a chance to get them posted. Now, I tell you, coffee mugs will sell at the flea market if they're Captain America, Wonder Woman, Superman, just something that people just are crazy over. And a lot of people. So, like, a lot of people like frogs, but not tons and tons like they do Superman or Batman. However, I got this cute little froggy cup. I can sit that out there for 6 months for $1 and nobody will even look at it. Put it on eBay, make sure they can see the little frog, the coloration. It might go for $10 in a week or 2 days. Who knows? I haven't even looked this one up. It's cute though. It's really cute. It's got a great little frog. And it's pottery mugs. So, and those usually sell pretty well on eBay. But again, location, location, location. So, again, you might see coming up on my eBay a lot of coffee mugs. Just ignore them if you're not interested. And a lot of Matchbox cars. Just ignore them if you're not interested. A girl got to make $1 here, all right? Now let's talk about freebies. I had something given to me a few weeks back at the flea market. Generally, and I didn't know this at first because I was new. Somebody giving you something free, great, something you can put on your table and make $1 or $2 off of, right? No, they gave it to you for free because they're tired of carrying it around. Nobody looks at it and they can't sell it. Once in a while, it'll work in your benefit. We've had people come over, like they'll give me jewelry because I'm a woman and people will look at jewelry from a woman. They'll look at it from a man too, but he has to have a lot of it. But if he's selling a lot of saw blades and old rusty hammers, most of the women aren't going to go look at the jewelry he's got on his table. So giving it to me makes sense that I might be able to sell when he couldn't. Giving us stuffed animals, being that we sell a lot of toys, that makes sense if he only has 1 or 2 toys and little kids aren't rushing over to his table to look. That makes sense. But if it's something nice and they can't sell it, and it really should sell okay, but it doesn't, it's because it's not going to, or at least not very fast, and you're going to be lugging it around too. However, sometimes they can give it to you, and you might have eBay, and you might look it up, and you might get really, really excited for 30 seconds. Let me show you. So a lady gave me these, and they are brand new. It is wine flutes, made in Italy. Now, I can see why this wouldn't sell at the flea market too good. A lot of champagne flutes. Most of those folks don't drink champagne. Let's be fair and honest. They don't. I don't either. I think it tastes nasty. And I don't want to spend my money on it. That's not the point. They're beautiful. They really are. Except for they need a bath because they've been at the flea market. And anything you take out at the flea market needs a bath at least 3 times a day. Because they're just going to get dirty. But they're really, really pretty little champagne flutes. There's 4 of them. They are brand new. Ain't nothing cracked or broken. But let me show you why I got really, really excited and how weird eBay is. Again. Did you see that? 150 bucks. But I was looking for sold comps, not what people are asking. So I put in solds. And then there was this. Somebody's asking 150, somebody's asking 15, and ain't neither damn one of them sold. So I might get these posted on eBay eventually. They are pretty, but I got no idea what to post them for. I can post them for 150, and maybe because 2 people have them posted for 150, somebody will buy one or think they're worth something special. I don't know what they're even worth. I just know what somebody posted it for. They're vintage. And by the way, eBay considers anything over 20 years old vintage. So does Etsy. But in true definition, vintage is 50 years or older, and antique is 100 years or older. So eBay definition, vintage, realistically, doubt it. Anyway, I got no idea what to charge for them. I just know that they haven't sold for 17 or 150, so 12. At least it was free. Profit is profit. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what I can find on them. Maybe some have sold before. They're just not recent enough to show up on the solds list. We broke him in. I washed him. Does that not just make you happy? Does it not? Hold on. So let me show you some other really cool things that I grabbed over the last week. They're supposed to be popular. I haven't had any luck with them yet, but I saw them on different tables. The first one I saw was this one. It's very, very pretty. It's got this, I mean, I don't know if you can really see it, but it's like this splash of water coming out of it too. Not just that little bubble drop, but like a whoosh, sprinkle of water. I have no idea who makes them, but they're supposed to be popular. These little paperweights like this are supposed to be. Now, I got that one really cheap. The guy's like, give me $5 for it. I'm like, I don't have $5. I have a little pouch at the time, and he's like, oh, what you got? I said, I don't know. People get a little desperate out there. I do it too. We all do it, because you're standing in that heat and you ain't making no money. You're like, I need gas money. You got gas money? or gallon of gas money. But anyway, I paid $2 for that one. And again, they're supposed to be popular, but I haven't had any luck with them. I don't know yet. But then we were at another flea market, set out, and dude where I could see him had these. And I actually went to see him because he had a fairy light he told me about last week, so he'd dig it out this week. He did not, in fact, do that. But anyway, he had these two. Now this one clearly looks like, everybody's got it as an indigo flower, but I don't think it's a flower at all. I think it's supposed to be a butterfly. Because you see you got the two little antennae there. This is one of the best ones online that I've seen. Most of them, their wings or flowers or whatever are fading. But that's got an interesting story in a minute. And this one is super cool. I don't know what those little things in it are. They seem to have made all kinds of different little insects in this particular kind of ball, and they're supposed to be from the 1970s. One of them said Japanese. I don't know that it is. I can't say that it is. They are not marked. I got no clue. But it's got two little critters in there flying around on some beautiful orange flowers. Very beautiful paperweight. I actually used it for a paperweight up there because it got windy. It was like, hey, it's what it's... Anyway, very pretty. Again, posted on eBay. I don't have no luck on them yet, but we'll see how it goes later. Now let's talk about this one, or these two, because the guy had, both guys had both. The guy had both of them, and he started to say a very high price. And I flipped this one over. I've lost the label, but it had a label on it. And it said K's Collection, Dollar Tree, made in China. First of all, it is vintage, by the way, so it's been a long time since they made this one. But have you ever seen Dollar Tree with these? Ever? Because I haven't. Doesn't mean I didn't miss it. There was a few years there where I didn't go to a Dollar Tree. But have you ever seen one at Dollar Tree? Y'all just let me know. Because some of y'all might have a whole collection of these things from Dollar Tree. I don't know. But anyway, when I did that, he's like, oh, well, a couple bucks for both. Okay. Because that's vintage. So, I mean, if they don't sell them no more, and some people, again, I hadn't had no luck on them. So I'm not, like, got my fingers crossed, but this one's beautiful. I don't care if somebody buys it. It go on the shelf. It's just fine. And since this one ain't worth but a buck, it can go on the shelf too. Well, it wasn't worth but a buck when it was made. Depends on how many are out there now and all that stuff. But who knows? Maybe you can get 10 bucks off of eBay for it or something. Hard to say. But just that Dollar Tree sticker saved me some money on the other one. One other thing I got that I'm going to show you. Hold on one second. Let me just show them this. Is this trivet?
And on YouTube.
Hold on a minute. I'm already on YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. Was this trivet? Made in Jerusalem. You ain't going swimming. You in there under a blanket all comfy and cozy.
I'm naked.
No, you're not. He's being irritating. Probably because I yelled at him a lot earlier. Well, I wasn't really yelling at him. I was simply bitching. I was bitching because we ain't make no money. It was hot as Hades out there. I was miserable and irritated, and it sucks. And I got a feeling heat is as bad as rain when it comes to flea markets. Even if people come out in droves, even if there are a lot of people, they really don't care about anything. After they get out there and get so hot, they're like, you know what? I hate everybody, and I just want to go home. I want to get in my car. I want to crank up the AC. I want to go home. I want to play in the water hose. They're not much interested in stuff. And most people don't come out early in the mornings either. You got some people that'll trickle in throughout the morning, but most people wait till it gets super hot. And I guess that's when they're getting out of bed, and that's expected. But by then, they got no interest in nothing. They first get out of that cool car, they're like, oh, let me look around. And 5 minutes later, like, who the hell stupid idea was this? You know, and I don't blame them, because that's what I think. First thing in the morning sitting out, that's pleasant. It's nice. About 10:30, 11 o'clock, 12. The magic has worn off, and you want nothing to do with it. Anyway, trivet. What caught my attention about this, I paid $2 for it. It's made in Jerusalem. I don't know why I buy these things, even to resell, because I don't cook. So if anything ever happens, I'm going to have a collection of trivets with no hot pots to sit on them. Actually, I do have pots because I like warm up stuff. But I don't really cook anymore. I'm not good at it anymore. I don't know what happened, but I'm not. Whatever. It's cool. I just liked it. I like the colors. I like the design. I like that it's made in Jerusalem. I only seen one other like this. It's similar to this. It was made in Israel, which, you know, same place basically, but one's marked Israel and one's marked Jerusalem. So, but ain't that pretty? If you guys got any interest in this, you can always send me an email. I will be posting them on eBay, but there are also options to send offers on items you like. If you send an offer too low, the person on eBay doesn't even see it. They don't even register it. They don't put it up there. They don't send you an email. Now, if you send a reasonable offer, they send you an email and say, okay, you got this offer for somebody. It gives me a chance to accept it. Or if you not view, but watch an item, it gives me an option to send you an offer that's a little less than the price that it's posted for. Then you can accept or decline. But anyway, thought I'd let you know that. If you are interested in an item and you think I have it posted too high, but you like it, send me an email. My email is below, and I'll work with some of it. So again, if it's $10, I'm already really not making a profit anyway. But if you see something you like, send me an email. We can possibly work something out. Except for him. He's mad. Because he's happy. And I want to be happy all the time. Let's talk about flea markets lately. I did a lot of YouTube talking. And of course, I was telling you about how hot it was and how bitchy I got. And I got bitchy. Because I was like, you know what? I'm going to work at McDonald's because at least they got freaking AC. I don't even care. At least they got AC. Problem is, they haven't called me. So, I just, at this point, I don't care. And first thing in the morning, like I said, I'm fine. I like it. It's fun. You set it out. You get it all prettified. You get it the way you want it. You tinker with it a little bit. You trip over big-ass rocks that shouldn't be there. Break your shoes, but that's okay because you're your own boss. And you can be barefoot if you want. Bare as you dare, but sometimes there's broken glass. I'm just saying. And sharp rocks. That's not pleasant. However, you know, I like it first thing in the morning. I love talking to people and interacting with people. I love talking smack to people. I talk to you all damn day long if you stand there. Some of you. Some folks, they just weird. And let me tell you. So we found flea markets to go through pretty much every day except for Wednesday and Thursday. We tried this one flea market on Monday, the 3rd, so the day before the 4th. You guys, we have done horribly for the last 2 weeks. Again, I think it's the heat. But on Monday at this new place, we done phenomenally well, especially for a weekday. I think we made like $233. We spent a little bit of it because the guy next to us had holsters, and I currently need a holster, or needed a holster. My husband went over there. He's like, hey, let me try this out. And it fit, and he got me a holster. So it wasn't much though. But anyway, nice guy, loved him. He talked to me all day long. Seen a horrible wreck when we was getting ready to leave. It was right outside the flea market grounds. Never did find out if the guy was okay or whoever was involved was okay, but I don't think they were, to be honest with you, because he got smushed into the side of a cliff. And it was like a 3-car pileup. So one car hit another, and one of the cars went into a cliff face. And there was a horn blowing for a long, long time until somebody walked over there. You know? So I don't know. Lots of paramedics and EMTs. Praying for the person. Don't know what happened. Don't really know how I could find out. But I might try to look in a little bit because I am curious. Anyway, we did great there. So I was kind of hoping the whatever was going on had broken, whatever bad luck spell that was going on. It wasn't just us. It's going on around to everybody. Unless you get in certain areas, you have certain things. Pretty much everybody's doing kind of bad right now. And it also might be because of the 4th holiday. Leading up to the 4th, you've got people saving up to go to the beach. You get going to the beach, coming back broke from the beach. So leading up and coming out of the 4th, I completely get it. Or fireworks, whatever they celebrate or however they celebrate, usually costs a lot of money, and that makes you broke, right? So I'm hoping it's just the heat, because I know for me it is. I don't care about nothing when I get that hot. I don't know about y'all. Toys, cups, mugs, purses, I love all those things. But when I'm hot, I don't care about none of it. So anyway, did great Monday. Was very happy. Tuesday, different flea market, horrifically terrible. And only did kind of, sort of okay, because right as we were getting ready to leave, we had these very heavy metal folding chairs from the 1950s. They're worth about $75. But I promise you, once you take them out, put them in, 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 you get sick of it and your brain goes, you know what, can't we just leave them? I mean, can't we just leave them sitting right there? So as we were getting ready to go, we had almost everything packed up but those. We hadn't got to those yet. Even though my brain was going, I wish I could leave them. A lady's like, hey, will you take 20? I was like, you know what? You're damn right I will. Hand it over. And there was a rocking chair. It actually wasn't heavy. It wasn't really causing any problems. But take it out, put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out, put it in, take it out, put it in. We paid $8 for that. I made $10 off of it. Well, I made about $1.60-ish because $8 plus tax would pay for it. And at that moment, because it was so hot, I was glad to be rid of it. Anyway, the guy next to us at that flea market was a piece of work. Now, sometimes you can tell when somebody's not rolling on all their thunder. And he definitely wasn't. Nice enough fella for the most part, but boy, he was a jackass to some people, mostly customers or potential customers. So there, an old guy walked over there too. And here's the thing, I understand his frustration, but sometimes you shut your mouth. You don't say certain things. Clearly he don't have that filter at all. But an older fellow walked over to him and asked him, how much you want for that, son? He's like, $150. He said, boy, I don't think you're going to get that at a flea market. Maybe online, but not at a flea market. And it's a funnel. A funnel for like a, I don't know anything about these, but apparently it's a special brand, Wilton or something like that. And apparently it's worth that. And probably online, easy. And if you find the right collector, probably pretty easy. But at a flea market where most people don't know what the hell that is, and they're just like, well, how much is your funnel? And he's like, $150. Are you on dope? What, you know? But anyway, that old fella said, you know, I don't think you're going to get that here, boy. I just don't think that's going to happen. He said, well, what do you think it's worth? And the old man said, I really don't know. And the guy said, well, why the hell did you say anything then? You shouldn't open your mouth. And I'm like, dude, party foul, calm down. Well, anyway, old man walks off. He's grunting and grumbling. And I was like, damn, I hate that. But right before we get ready to leave, and again, I get the frustration because sometimes you want to say some stuff you don't say. And most people got enough sense to know you don't say it. He didn't. A lady walks over and asks him, and it's again towards the end of the set out day, and it's hot, and everybody's kind of miserable and ill. Well, she's like, how much is your sign? And it's a kind of cool sign. It's like a carved sign that says Nashville on it. And he said $30. And she said, okay, thank you. And she starts to walk off. He said, what? Do you want me to give you $5 for it and take it to your car for you? She's like, no, thank you. I just thought it was neat. I was curious. And he's like, well, you shouldn't be asking then. If you're not interested in buying it, you shouldn't be asking. You could make an offer. And I was like, dude, what are you thinking? And she's like, you know what, now you couldn't pay me $1 million to take it. He said, I don't need your damn money. I was like, I'm mortified over here. I mean, like, he's our neighbor at this particular one at the moment. And I'm like, first of all, this woman might have changed her mind. Sometimes you ask how much something is, and you don't have the money on you, but maybe your husband's down the road and he does, or down, a little further down and he does. You might say, hey, honey, there's something over here I like, and you might come back with the money. Or you might keep it in mind and walk about a little bit and decide, you know what, I kind of did like that sign. I've got the money. Let me go back over there. Well, the way he approached it, for one, she's probably never asking anybody else how much they want for anything. If it's not marked, she's not asking, and you're just not going to sell it. Number two, she's might not even come back to that flea market ever again. So the entire place, it didn't just hurt him, it hurt anybody there if she was a potential customer. And it was just, it floored me. It really, really floored me. And it hurt him too, because she might have got that sign next week or something. Not everybody has money right away, and they don't want to say, I only have $5 on me or something like that, because you never know how much something's going to be until you ask. I mean, I think the guy wanted about $5 for this till I looked at it, and it was Dollar Tree. So I mean, I got it for $1. And Dollar Tree's $1.25 now, so I saved a quarter and some tax. But you don't know until you ask. I've walked up and I've seen stuff, that potentially could have gone for $10 and got it for 50 cents. I've gotten some stuff that should have gone for at least $5 at the flea market and got it for 30 cents. You don't know. And, I just, the rudeness floored me. And you have rude customers too, or rude potential customers. They'll walk by. So how much do you want for that umbrella? $5. Oh, that is too much. Like, no, well, don't buy it. You have the option to just walk away. It's like, okay, thank you. You have the option to just say nothing and be like, too much for me. I'm out. Here's the thing. At one point, $5 might have been too much for an umbrella, but not when you're hot, when you're getting sunburnt. And Walmart now has them for almost $15 to $20 for a small one, and that's a decent one. And when it's a Betsy Johnson, because Walmart don't have the Betsy Johnson, okay? But you have rude customers too, and you're like, you didn't have to tell me it was too much. That's fine. If you can't afford it and you don't want it, or you think it's too much, you just say thank you and walk off. The end. It's a catch-22. It's and again, when it gets hot, tempers flare. It really does. There is an actual scientific thing behind that. I watched this years ago. I don't even know what it was, but they put like this couple in a room. At room temperature, they were perfectly comfortable. They were perfectly happy. But anytime you jack the heat, the more and more uncomfortable they got, the more and more angry they got. So it's scientifically backed that if you're hot and miserable, you might be bitchy. I was today. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my God, I was miserable. I mean, literally, I was not even sweating. My skin was crying. Just one place I can't stand to sweat, and that's in my lower back, in that little crevice area. Can't stand it. I slice down through the backs of all the shirts I wear up there, unless they're baggy and they don't touch me. Can't stand it. And if I'm sweating there, I'm miserable. And today I wasn't even sweating there, but there was stuff pouring off my forehead, and sunblock was going in my eyeballs. It's like, as long as I'm under the tent, it's not that bad. We do have a fan that's to a power converter to the van, so it's not that bad. But when you're trying to put everything up, and you have to come outside of said tenants area or said shady parts. Guys, whole new ball game. Putting it out, not a problem. Putting it up sucks. And when it's not hot, it doesn't suck. It's not that bad. Anyway, you guys, that's my flea market stories, my eBay stuff, and everything for right this minute. I'm sure there'll be a ton more. I'll show you some stuff I sold, but I forgot what it was. Did I ship those? Yeah, I shipped those. Sometimes you'd be like, no, I shipped that. No, wait a minute. Did I? Yeah. I remember boxing those up. So I got a piece of coral that a friend of mine wants. Luckily, so like he lives local, so he's going to meet me at the flea market tomorrow and buy that piece of coral instead of me selling it on eBay and him having to pay shipping. He's just going to meet me up there. And so if you're local and you see something you want here, we can bypass shipping and eBay too. We can pop it off eBay and you can just pick it up, or I'll meet you somewhere or whatever. Just be aware that I'm armed and I'm not stupid. Not for you guys, but some people are crazy, okay? That's all. Oh, I'll tell you about that in the front part. All right. Anyway, check the link below. eBay link is there. There's almost 300 things on my page. So if you see something, email me. Much love. See you later. Bye.